Howdy! How's everybody out in YouTube land today? It is Friday, and we're going to finish this catfish plaque today. I put a coat of Krylon on it just to give it a little gloss more than anything else. It also sealed it. But on top of the gloss, I'm going to put the wax coating, and we're going to talk a little bit about the wax coating, and then I'm going to put the hanger on the back of it and show you again how we do that. And then I sign it, and the catfish plaque is done. So, with that being said, let's get to it. This wax that I'm using, this is by Master, and it's a protecting wax. And it says on there, easy to use, and it is. It's extremely easy to use. And someone was asking me about this product and wanted to know a little bit more about it. It is waterproof. It is a sealant. It is non-yellowing, and it is permanent. And I'm trying to find my magnifying glass here because they make this print so tiny on the back of it that I can't read it with the naked eye anymore. Could have when I was younger and had young eyes, but let's see. It says on here, Master Finish Protecting Wax is the best protection for a finished surface. No fading or yellowing. Creates a tough, durable finish when dry. Buffs out brushstroke imperfections. Beautiful protection over any surface. Used on gourd wood, paper products, leather surface, altered books, etc. Used indoors or outdoors. Creates a water repellent barrier. Resists cracking and chipping. Replaces the many coats of furniture polish. So there you have what it says on the back of this jar. And I've used this stuff. I like this stuff. Any of the Master products I would highly recommend. I haven't found any of them that I don't like yet. And I'm not paid to say that. So there you go. And I'm going to be putting this on with cotton round. And we just get a little of it on the cotton round out of the jar. And then we start rubbing it into the project. And this cotton round is going to give me grief. I see that. These are supposed to be non-shedding cotton rounds. And that is not true. But these do not come from Master. These are from a company called Corelight. I'm not happy with the cotton rounds. So let's clean that off there. And I guess I won't be using cotton rounds. I thought it was going to be. The ones that I had before were not shedding, but these are. And let's get the shed off of there. I'm going to do this with paper towel. Now, I've already got the wax down on the surface up at the top of this, so I'm just going to go to polishing it. That's just kind of buffing that out. Now I'm going to grab a little bit more of my wax to the bottom of this. Get a dab of it here. And just start smoothing that on. Nice coating of it there. Turn the paper towel over and go to buffing. Just takes a little bit of elbow grease and a few minutes of your time to really make the project shine and pop out. It just makes that catfish pop right off that board. And I'm going to pick this up so I'll keep my fingerprints off of it. And just shine it. I don't know if that shine is going to show up on the camera. Try to get it underneath the camera here. But that just glistens. There we go. There we get some shine on it where you see the light bouncing off of it. And wow. So that just shines. So pretty. Buff it a little bit more. And I know there's people that's opposed to using wax on it, but there's no reason to be opposed to using this wax. This Gourd Master Protecting Wax is wonderful. And if you want to know where I get it from a company called Welborn Gourd Farm. You can look that up through Google and find them. WelbornGourdFarm.com. And they carry the Gourd Master products. And I'm delighted with them. Okay, now that we've got that all shined up and looking pretty, I'm going to put the hanger on the back of it. Let me get the lid back on the wax here. Get that set out of the way. I got my hanger. I got my board. I've got my E6000. See, these little boards are so thin, you can't nail these on. But the E6000 holds them good. I've not had any problem with the E6000 on these plaques. Get this turned around for inches. There we go. You find the middle of your board by laying one end of the ruler at one end and one end at the other end, and then you look for what your number is. And we got 5.5. Well, that would mean 2 3/4 would be the middle. So we find the middle right there. So we know where the middle of the board is. Just make a little mark, a little tick mark. Then we're going to take this, and I want this up just a little bit from that mark, but I want the center of it lined up with that. Whoops, I got it off camera. Take this, lay it down on there to find out where it's got to be, so you get an idea. And then I want the middle of this lined up with that line. And I want the hanger up just a little bit from where that line is. And then I'm going to take my pen. I'm going to kind of mark it off here so that I know where it goes when I go to lay it back down. Make sure you got it pretty even, you know, as far as how up or down it is when it hangs on the wall. And then I'm going to open my E6000 bottle and squeeze a little bit of glue up here if I can. This poor little tube, it's seen better days, but it's still got a little glue in it. I believe in using all of it up. And we're going to get a little bit of that on each end from the mouth of the bottle. See that? I'll turn it over here. You want the majority of the teeth, where it's got all the teeth. It's got some other ones over. And it wouldn't matter if you got it upside down. It's still going to hang, but I like to have more options there with more teeth on the bottom when I hang them, as to get them perfectly square the way I want them. Okay, and I've got it lined up with my lines on each side. Push it down real good into that glue. A little bit of fuzz there. We'll get rid of that. And that E6000 will hold that real good and strong. And there is the catfish. I'm going to put my initials on the back of it here. Sign it up with my initials, and I put 18 for the year that it was done. And as soon as that wax is totally dry, which it pretty much is now, and I've got to let that glue dry good on it, then that one will be ready. My disc is a little fuzzy up here from a previous project, but that will be all ready to put on Etsy or whatever. It's going to go on Etsy, I'm pretty sure. So there it is. I mean, you know, if you're in love with this and want it, get in touch with me before I get it up on Etsy, or you'll be, you know, buying it through Etsy. So there it is, in all of its glory, all of its beauty. Hope you like this segment. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it on your social media so everybody gets to see how to do these things. And don't forget to check out my Etsy store. Check out my Patreon. I'll be putting special lessons up on there that I'm not showing anywhere else. I've got one up there already, and I'm giving away prizes every month to each tier of donors on my Patreon page. I do videos over on Twitch every day, so check me out over on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I think that covers the gambit. So everywhere you'll find me, it's BrendaG Designs. And with all that being said, I guess there's just one thing left to say, and that's Brenda's Crafty. Be like Brenda.